Hello and welcome to Paper Plays Julie K.
Welcome everyone to another episode of the Full Deck Challenge, and again that's hosted by Shanuki Art here on YouTube. And this week the prompt was orange, and so I did pick out the next card in the deck, and I also will show you at the end of the video orange one that I did on my Rolodex card for my Rolodex that I am slowly working on. And I don't have as many orange things in my stash, so that's probably a good thing. But I did just try to grab the first few things that I came across that were orange. And again, part of her challenge is we had to carry over something or a constant. And I'm using this rubber stamp in all of my episodes, so I do have that sitting here. And then I'm also going to carry over from last week. I had the orange butterfly that I cut in half, and since that kind of has an orangish color on it still, I'm going to carry that over. So that'll be something for sure that I'll use for those two things. Otherwise, I just grabbed a couple pieces of scrapbooking paper that I have. I do have a couple that are, that I've already used in like past projects. I also found like a sticker that had a bee on it, another orange butterfly. I found this little like border sticker frame thing that I'm thinking maybe I might cut out just the frame and use that. I have some handmade paper that I decorated a long time ago. I do have a postage stamp that I found that had orange in it. I had a couple of birds that I cut out from a book a long time ago in orange. And I also had this scrapbooking sheet that has this orange word journey on it. So I think I'm going to try to use that. And then of course just some papers on the side. So let's see what we can come up with for today's prompt of orange using these items on my desk. And I also have some of these like flat back like gem stickers that have kind of an orange color, so I might try and use some of those on here. So that's kind of what I'm playing with today. And so I just need a piece of scrap paper just to use for gluing down on. So let's look at, the first thing I kind of want to look at is using one of these little frames that I have. And so I'm just going to cut this down, and I'm thinking I'm just going to use maybe half of it on here. Again, it is a sticker, so I will put that down somewhere on here, and you won't see the middle part of that one. And again, on the challenge, we have to leave part of our numbers available. So I don't know. Maybe I'll leave this number down here open. So I'll have to try to remember that. Because I'm thinking something like that is what I had in my head. And, I do like this paper that I made a long time ago using some different spritz and sprays. So that might go behind here somewhere. I could just do part of it. I don't know how far down the butterfly. Or I could put this more in the middle. No, I kind of like it on the edge. So if we do that, I did have these birds, but I think that's too much. I could maybe put the postage stamp with a little bit of the orange showing in the background, but let's cut out this little ephemera piece. I probably have more orange things in my stash somewhere, but all my readily available stuff that I knew about, I just kind of went through all that stuff pretty fast just to see what I had that had orange in it. I didn't want to think too much today. Where last week's episode, I think I thought a little too hard about things, and today I just don't want to think about it quite as much. That's kind of a nice little paper on the background too. So I could maybe do something with that behind here. I was thinking about adding, I have a lot of words typed up too, and I was thinking about adding them, but I think the word journey would probably work for layering. you know, I kind of have this fun little like mesh thing too that I might try and add. You know, maybe I'll do something like over this, because you can still see the number, so I could do something like that. And I'm also trying to think ahead to, again, part of the challenge was to use some sort of paper, or not paper, but some sort of element that I use this week to use it on next week's episode. And next week is yellow. So I was thinking about, I had this paper right here that had the orange, but there's little yellow highlights in it. I could use this one, which has orange and yellow in it too. So let's just start with these couple things right here. So I think I'm just going to tear down this paper to start with. Okay, I like that. You know, if I just want the orange in the middle of this one. You know, something like that would work. And then I could put, you know, maybe I could put some more of this orange paper up here. I could still layer that like there. So let's start with that and then see what it looks like. I think I'm okay with that layout. So let's go ahead and glue down some of the orange paper up at the top. Hopefully I've been on camera. I've been so busy looking at what I've been doing that I kind of spaced out looking up to make sure I was on camera that whole time. Otherwise, maybe I need to zoom out just a little bit more. So I am thinking though, before I glue this down, I do want to maybe stamp this with my stamp. Just so I get that on there for my one element. Not sure if that'll stay on or not. I'll have to just try. Hopefully once I glue some more paper down, it'll stay on. So I think I kind of like the layout of this, other than I might add like some, I think it needs a little black or something on it. And I could hole punch some of these out. I was thinking of putting, these orange ones on here, but I think that's just a little too much orange. And I just think it needs a little bit of a contrast color. And I'll highlight a couple of things with the black marker, but I think once I get this glue down, I think once I maybe hole punch and glue down some of the little black dots, I think that'll help break it up a little bit. So let's get this glued down and see where I'm at. So I think I like that, so I'm going to go ahead and glue those down. But maybe I need to first punch. I want to see where my hole is going to be for the top first before I do the glue that down. So let's just look at that real quick. Because I am attaching all my cards together on a little ring. Just not sure if I want them all like in a row or if I want to just like randomly put a couple on here. So I think I'm just going to be random about it. And so I'm just going to go ahead and start gluing these down. And I think on this last one, I'm just going to use a little glossy accents because I'm hoping that maybe that'll also hold that little mesh down a little bit better. I'm not quite sure. I might need to go over that with some matte medium to get it to glue down better, but I'll do that off camera. So I think the only thing I really want to do now is I want to go around this frame and just going to try a different marker here. That's a little bold, but I guess I'm committed at this point. My markers just are not wanting to work very well today. I think part of it is that the glue hasn't fully dried. So I think I'm happy with that. And I'm going to go ahead and alter my Rolodex card, and I'll be back to show you guys that. I just wanted to share the final results of the Rolodex card that I created with some of the leftover pieces and parts that I didn't use on the altered card, playing card. So again, there's the card and there's my Rolodex card. And I just wanted to thank everybody so much for watching today. And looking ahead to next week, it looks like the color is going to be yellow. So we're going to go from orange to yellow. So hopefully I will see you back again next week for another episode of the Full Deck Challenge. Year number 3 or number 3. So until next time, I hope you guys all have a wonderful day and happy crafting.